And every Wednesday in the afternoon, man, we go through the NFL. So, Moshe, I'm going to throw up the spreads and totals. For anybody that's watching this later in the week, anytime, we record this on Wednesday afternoon. So all we have are spreads and totals, right? So we've got props, all that coming through the week. We got plenty of time to do it. We record this on Wednesdays. But we just want to approach the games from a betting perspective and just talking ball. So let's jump into the picks now. Moshe, you've got the Vikings plus 3.5. I like that a lot. Here's what I got. Now, I'm going to take the Chargers on the money line, but I feel you on the Vikings plus 3.5. I'm absolutely with that play. The Chargers, I can't trust them at all. But what I can trust is that they are dying for a win. Dying for a win. And I think that they'll do anything they can to get it. I'm not saying it's going to be pretty. I'm not saying I'm going to bet a single Charger prop, but I think they win the game. But I love the Vikings plus 3.5. I think that's a good look. I'm going to pair the Chargers with the Bills. Okay? Rinse and repeat. Buffalo, 2 straight losses, and coming off of a bye. So they've had 2 weeks to get their problems in order. I'm not saying they're going to be perfect, but against Carolina, I'm going to take them on that money line. So give me the Chargers and the Bills, plus 100. Next, Eagles going up against the Giants. I hate to do this, but it shows you how big of a difference the Giants have had. The fact that all I want is the Eagles money line. And I'm going to pair that with the Packers at plus 100. Now, Titans and the Colts. As of right now on Wednesday, the total sits at 47.5. I believe it's going to drop. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump on it now. So I'm going to take that total down 1 point. I'm going to take the Titans and the Colts over 46.5. Look, the Titans are who they are. And the Colts are who they are. The Colts are playing excellent football. And this one matters. This is a divisional game. You are going to get everything from Indianapolis for 60 minutes. And you'll get it with Tennessee. I think Tennessee, you will slightly weakly see them take baby steps. I'm not saying that they're fixing a dang thing. But I do think that Cam Ward is good enough to say, all right, I'm just going to roll here. But don't get me wrong. The Colts are going to trounce Tennessee. I'm just not playing a 14.5-point spread. I'm just going to play the over. Wow. Same thing. Well, not same thing exactly, but same deal with the Commanders and the Chiefs. 47.5 is where the total sits. I'm going to drop that down a point. I'm going to take it over 46.5. You're going to get the Commanders. You're going to get the Chiefs. This is going to be a fun game. We'll talk more about it in a second. And then finally, the Falcons money line and the 49ers plus 1.5 at plus 130. So those are the picks that we have for week 8. Again, we record this on Wednesdays. So all we have are spreads and totals, and we've got all week, morning show, afternoon shows, get props, all that stuff, right? So let's jump to the games here, and we won't spend a ton of time, Moshe, but feel free. You know the deal. You interrupt me whenever the hell you want. Fire it off. Yeah. And we'll set it up. So Thursday Night Football, Vikings at the Chargers. We're just talking about it. Moshe, I'll throw it over to you. So again, Chargers 3.5-point favorite. Vikings plus 3.5 is where Moshe sits. I'm on the Chargers money line. Scott said hi, AB and Moshe. Big Scott, good to see you, buddy. So good to see you, man. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, total of 44.5. Moshe, I'll throw it over to you, man. You've got the Vikings, but you don't have to go through the pick again. But...
No. Yeah, I'll give you a different angle on this. I like the over here. I would also look at the Justin Herbert completions prop. Maybe he's going to be passing it a lot. They don't have a run game, even though the Vikings are terrible in run defense. They give up a lot of they just give up a lot of plays. And the way Herbert plays, I think they're going to be able to make waves. Really, if you're looking for a good piece for like a parlay piece, I would do the Vikings over 17.5 to 19.5 points. I think that's a really good look in what should be a tight game. Chargers have been giving up a lot of points, and while the Vikings have their games where they struggle offensively, they've scored over 20 in the last 4 straight and against 2 or 3 really good defenses. I don't think the Chargers have it in them to really completely shut down the Vikings.
Yeah. I feel it's a great analysis. I mean, I obviously agree because what you said is factual. You know, the Chargers are so banged up. They're just so injury riddled, right? And they're fighting. They are fighting, and they need this win badly. But you know what? So does Minnesota, though. So it's going to be a fun game. I mean, you got 2 teams that, you know, they've got some vets out there. They're not afraid to fight. It's going to be a good game. Real quick, Pat says live bet Real Madrid money line plus 190 over Maccabi Tel Aviv EuroLeague. Is it Maccabi, Moshe? Is it Maccabi? Maccabi?
No, you got it right. Maccabi.
Okay. All right, perfect. I want to make sure that I got it correct.
You got to ask me one of the hard ones from like Germany or Switzerland or Sweden or, you know, like the Bundesliga. You know, give me something hard.
Yeah, you had that one. Big Bibbo said, I can't believe I made a live show. I've had 5 HPIs, high priority incidents across the nation so far. That's frightening. This week, and it is only Wednesday. That's frightening. Shit, I have to run. Even more frightening. All right. So apparently, I'm not even going to say it. I was going to make the joke, and then it like somehow YouTube would pick it up. Oh, Bibbo, protecting the country. Bibbo, whatever you need, I'll get with you after the show. You go take care of what you need to take care of. We all appreciate it. How about that? All right. So that's Thursday Night Football. Pat, thank you, buddy. And yeah, any of the picks, man. Seriously, thank you. Fire them out, man. You are the man. All right. So Sunday, Dolphins and the Falcons. Jesus. Falcons 7.5-point favorite. That's on purpose. Remember, key number is 7. A total of 44.5. Okay, so number one, Moshe, Miami, it feels like we're just waiting for McDaniel to get fired. But their bye week, I don't think it's till like week 12. So I don't know.
Yeah, this is rough sledding, isn't it?
Yeah, we wait another month. I mean,
I think that we're going to see a decision very shortly on Tua. I really like this was his last chance after his last chance last year. After his last chance the year before that. I mean, how many last chances is McDaniel and Tua going to have?
I don't know.
This is, by the way, in a nutshell, the league's best running offense versus the league's worst defensive rushing defense. It's just a perfect storm where if the Falcons can start the run on the Dolphins, this game is going to be over and over quickly.
Yep. Whale just said it too. Agreed. Bijan, Algier, props here. Yeah, don't overthink it. They're going to run the football. They're definitely going to run it. Yeah, I mean, we've got the Falcons in the money line. But yeah, Ian, Falcons alternate spread, ladder it up. There you go. Yep. Are the Dolphins going to be the first perfect record team in the NFL and for 17 lost team? We're going to see.
Listen, they have a good chance this Sunday. Bengals have one of the worst defenses in the league. And yes, they came out last Sunday, right? And on fire, which I think made the line move a lot more than it should have. Honestly, I think the Jets have a decent chance this week. I think they're worth a shot on the spread over a touchdown.
Let me say, I don't disagree with you, but here's the problem. I thought the same thing last week at home. At home against the Panthers. They couldn't even do that.
Panthers have been sneaky good.
Hey, we spoke about it. I have no ill comments about the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young is playing his ass off. That team's playing above their heads. They're not a great team, but they're trying. But Joe has it absolutely correct. And I say all that. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is I'm falling on the sword. I'm never betting on the Jets again. That's a fact.
Oh, I'm not personally betting the Jets.
You.
Just if you're going to pick a spread in this game, it's not going to be the Bengals laying a touchdown.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, 100%. The Jets are a train wreck.
Bad.
They're worse than the Titans. They're worse than I mean, no offense, sorry, AB, but they're bad. Historically bad.
Are they worse than the Titans?
In my rankings, they are.
I have no idea.
Because the as bad as the Titans are, like you said, they are making marginal improvements, and you can see it in their game plan as they're getting healthier. They're going to start figuring it out, And if they're able to consistently score 10 points a game, which is more than I can say for the Jets.
That's true. The Jets have just problems, man. All right, we won't spend much time on the Jets and the Bengals. It is that game is what it is. I do like Flacco though, man. Flacco's fun. Flacco's having kind of a DeChambeau like resurgence. Not that people were like anti Flacco, but he definitely kind of had like the wall up, like. I could just see it where it's like Flacco looks like a little pretentious Ivy League guy, but it turns out he's pretty cool. Yeah, hey, Ian said it. My Panthers are frisky, baby. They are, dude. I have no ill comments on the Panthers whatsoever.
They really took their defense up a level. Like their offense was always like middling, like they were okay, they can figure it out. Their defense was always their problem. They stepped it up big way this year.
Yeah. These middling kids took all my Sky Rizzy. Dude, do you see Sky Rizzy commercials? I see them all the time. They must be selling so much Sky Rizzy. It sounds like a cool drug that like Drake would do.
Sounds awesome until you listen to the defects that they have to listen to.
I don't want any Sky Rizzy, but I see the commercial constantly. All right. That's a good segue. Browns, Patriots. All right. Patriots coming off big win against Tennessee. That was for Vrabel. That one was for Vrabel. Take a big exhale. Patriots 6.5-point favorite, total of 40.5. I like the Patriots to win the game. I don't hate the Patriots with the spread. I like Cleveland's defense. I like Cleveland. They are who they are. But you're going to get a fight with that defense. And there is a quarterback battle happening. I say that as that's volatile in its own situation. So I don't hate the Patriots 6.5. Total of 40.5. Pretty low number. Moshe, I thought over you, man.
Yeah, I have two plays in this game. I took the Patriots in a money line parlay, and I took the under 48 parlayed with, I think it was San Francisco 49er game, under 48. Yeah. So I'm with you. I see a lower kind of scoring slugfest. Both of these teams are run first. I think you're going to get not that many opportunities for passing explosions. The one thing that I can see, which is what kind of blew up the Browns under for me last game, is offensive turnovers. How many turnovers are we going to see in this game? How many short fields are we going to see? But if we don't have turnovers, this is going to go sail under. Is that how you say it? No, you say sail over. Just crawl under.
No, you could say sail. You could say sail under. I think it works both ways.
Yeah, I see under and I see the Patriots. I'm a little bit scared of the spread, but I would lean with the Patriots. The recent form just kind of deserves it.
Yeah. And let me say, what you just said about you dig the spread, but the under. Yeah, no, you just did math in your head in real time. Like a 6.5-point favorite with a total of only 40.5. It's tight. It's a tight window. It's a tight window. I'm not saying it can't happen. 24-6 can absolutely happen.
Yeah. How many points did Dolphins score last week?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Yeah, Joe said sail and fly can be used for both over and under. See, what can't Joe solve, man? Z-Money, let me start at the beginning. Vikings have started the season on Monday Night Football, then Sunday Night Football, normal time, then 4 and 5, 2 Euro games, then a bye, normal time, and back in prime time. That is ridiculous. My God. Dude, no wonder they've won and lost every other game this year. It's insanity. That's crazy. Meanwhile, the Colts have one primetime game. What in the world? Yeah, that's good info. Speaking of the Colts, I can 100% confirm what John is saying right here. No Jeffrey Simmons for the Titans is going to hurt defensive. Jonathan Taylor props all day. He loves running on the Titans. Big time. If Big Jeff, yep, 100% right. Jonathan Taylor, we'll get to that game in a minute, but that is absolutely spot on. Spot on. Okay. Giants and the Eagles. So, okay. I have thoroughly become a Giants fan. I love Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo. These guys, Moshe, are just, I can't get enough. I enjoy watching them. Going up against the Eagles, bro. In Philly, Eagles 7.5-point favorite. That's on purpose. 44.5. That's on purpose. Most, I throw it to you, man.
Yeah, so I am a Giants fan, although I would say small Giants fan because I have rooted or bet against my team basically consistently over the last 10 years.
Hey, that doesn't make you any less of a fan. That makes you financially responsible.
Sure. It doesn't feel great, even if I won last week. With the
Hey, here's the best part. Here's the best part. The emotional hedge, you win either way.
Or lose either way.
Continue, sir.
I mean, listen, I think that the Eagles are one of the best, if not the best team in the entire league. I don't think that they're going to mess this up again. They're figuring things out in the offensive line. They should run the ball down the Giants' throats and just take the game away. If they're going to try with their fancy passing, right? Hurts isn't a classic passer. That's not what he does. He is a person who makes defenses uneasy by using his legs, and then the defense gets spread too thin, and then he's able to pick them apart. But if you don't have that run game going, either with Hurts or with Barkley, they're not going to do it. But I think that they get it done here. I am re-becoming a Giants fan watching the new two additions. I was not a believer in the beginning of the season. How are you not a believer now, though? I mean, no moment is too big. You got to love it.
Oh, dude, I'm in love with these dudes. I mean, there's a T-shirt.
But I am
awesome.
on the
Yeah, dude, they're fantastic. Now, I think you brought up a good point. Here's the other part of when you start turning around a culture, okay? And it's very real. You know what it does? What we're talking about right here? It caught our attention, didn't it? They're fun. Well, guess what? They caught Philly's attention too. And this division game, the Eagles are going to take this game very flipping seriously. Not that the Giants aren't. Not that any team isn't. But the Giants have gotten the Eagles' attention. We've got the Eagles on a money line. I'm going to be honest. I think that Philly, exactly how Moshe laid this out, I'm all in on New York. But they're going to have matchups and weeks where it looks great and it doesn't. And the important thing is to understand that that's just a 1 week matchup. And it happens for everybody in the league. This might not be a good matchup. But I've said that before. I said that in Denver. Literally, I said it last week. And they completely proved me wrong. So, you know what? That's caught my attention. So I'm not playing a damn thing with the Eagles spread. I respect. You've got me all the way down to the Eagles money line.
I took the spread at 6.5. I think it was Sunday night or Monday night when it was, the spread was still there at minus 125 on the juice. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that this spread's going to go over the touchdown. I'm going to grab the Eagles now. Might hedge. Still might hedge.
No, smart call to grab that. No, it's a good call.
Very unsure. I think I might keep the Eagles at minus 6.5 and just play it out because I really do see the Eagles if the Eagles win, I don't think it's by 3 points. Put it that way.
I can see that. All right. Bills and the Panthers. Again, like Ian said, the Panthers are frisky, boy. And they are. Bryce Young playing great, and especially at home. Panthers 4-3 in the year, 3-0 at home. The Bills have lost 2 straight games and are coming off of a bye. So, again, do you see what the books did with Philly minus 7.5? I said they did it on purpose. Look, did it on purpose here. Exact same thing that we're talking about here. The Bills, we've got them on a money line. They have to win this game. And they've had 2 weeks to prepare for it. Moshe, I thought over to you. What do you see?
Yeah, I see it the same way. Bills money line or nothing. I actually also took the Panthers. I think I got the spread at 8.5 a few days ago, but I'm definitely on the Panthers over a touchdown. I bet on the Bills the last 2 weeks. It did not go well for me. This defense has too many holes, and I know that Panthers starting QB Bryce Young isn't starting, but I don't know. I still think that the Panthers keep it close here. They have
Oh,
played incredibly well this season, and I think that they deserve the respect of getting this game within a touchdown.
yeah,
You know that the Panthers have not been over 500 since 2021.
really?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's a rough stat right there. But I do think that they lose, but I don't think that they lose by more than a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a rough stat considering they had Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield.
All right. I forgot Baker Mayfield started there. It's been so many journeys since.
What are you doing? But I like Bryce Young, so I'm not being negative on him. Yeah, look, now I agree with you. Like on the Panthers, that's why, again, respect. Got me down on the money line. I play a damn thing with the spread. And two things that I think are great comments. Number one, Joe, if the Bills are a serious team, they smash here. I absolutely agree. It's the same thing, that mentality I have with the Chargers. And now I'm not saying smash because I'm on money lines on both of them. So I'm not even playing spreads. But the mentality here of when you need a win and you are a serious team, they usually win. So, yeah, but
And the
I don't hate
Bills, coming off 2 losses in a row and a bye week, they should be very prepared here.
what the hell else
very
in
prepared.
life are you focused on? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your job. Yeah. Things aren't going well right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what could be sneaky here, by the way?
The over? Like, I
No,
think there's going to be
the under. I
think
think
the under.
I think the under is a sneaky play here. I would wait closer to game time because I think that it creeps up. I think that the number will go to 47, 48, and I would definitely take the under here. I think that both teams are going to just try to control the ball. Dalton is not someone that the Panthers are going to want to trust too much passing, and the Bills can be exploited through the run game. And the other side, the Bills know the only way that they control the game is with the run or the short passing game, which will also bleed time. I do think that the under is a sneaky play here.
There we go. I like it. All right, Bears and the Ravens. Okay, again, the Ravens 1-5, coming off a bye week. Ravens are 6.5-point favorites, total of 48.5. Bears playing great football, 4-2 right now, 2-1 on the road. Most, what do you think?
Nope.
Agreed.
Just one big nope.
I don't want anything to do with this game. Yep. I don't want as of right now on Wednesday, I have nothing.
Take the Bears team total over, if anything. That's the only thing I would look at. The Ravens defense, I would take the Bears team total over, if anything. The Ravens defense is horrible, but you also have to remember that if Lamar Jackson plays and this team gets a spirit in them, they could step it up. But when
I would be surprised if they don't. And I didn't mean to keep going. Sorry, keep going.
No. And that's why I'm off this game. I don't want any part of it because I do think that they can step up. But by the numbers, they're terrible, right?
Yeah.
I think they're 31st in points.
I know. Like, this game gives me so much stress. Because the Bears are playing great.
I just love that both of us were like, nope.
Yep. Immediately. Like, no, it's a good look. There's way too much volatility in this game. Way too much. Now, by the time we get to kickoff, we're going to have bets on it, but it's going to be very specific prop bets. Caleb Williams rushing attempts, I don't hate that at all. Caleb Williams, a touchdown, I don't hate it at all. Both quarterbacks to score a touchdown here, I don't hate it at all. I completely agree with you. As of Wednesday right now, yeah, it scares the hell out of me. Emilio, if your book of choice doesn't allow for line combo points, same game parlays, you could use both teams to score twice in regulation in the Sabres game. DK has it at -190. Get them, crew. Dude, Emilio, thank you. Make presence felt. That is great information right there. Huge thank you. Pat says, Bears offense isn't good, in my opinion. It's not the highest scoring in the league, but they're getting better. I like where Ben Johnson's taking this team. And I like the fact that he's creating his own identity and building everybody up. He's not saying, hey, we got to be the Lions in Chicago like we do exactly. No, he's working with what he's got. Now, I'm not disagreeing with you, Pat. You know more about the Bears than I do. You know what I mean? But what I am saying is just giving my perspective that I like where this is going. And Ben Johnson's doing the hard work now. He's putting in the time, man. Think of got a new grass and it's just dirt. Like he's taking his time, right? Taking his time. But Pat, I do agree. Like that's another concern there is that if the Ravens and that's what you were saying, if Lamar and them start cutting up, can the Bears keep up? Even though the Ravens defense isn't great, So we're all saying the same thing. And that's why I love having these conversations early in the week because again, we don't have to have a play on every game, but we need to talk about it. You know what I mean? And just set the table. So Moshe, any final thoughts on this one?
Yeah. I got 3 actually. First of all, if Lamar Jackson
back.
if Lamar Jackson plays, I would take his rushing props. And I would also take Caleb Williams' passing yards. I think that is a very nice correlated play that you could either parlay or play separately. I think Caleb Williams is going to have to throw in order to make this game competitive. 2, Harbaugh is 14-3 after bye weeks. Something to consider there. And then the last piece to consider is that the Bears defense is actually number 1 in the league in turnovers, in making turnovers. Uh-huh. They have 16 through the season so far.
That's fascinating, man. Like, and Pat, I agree with him because he's right. Like the offense, even though we all like where it's going, Pat's correct in where the offense sits. And from a betting perspective, we're not betting on what we think they're gonna, get to. Where are they? Who are they? I like to bet on that, So that's another factor. This is a really, really difficult game. So yeah, Pat, great look as always, bro. And most great look too, man. All right, we'll jump over to next one: 49ers and the Texans. I feel like it feels like the 49ers and the Texans play every week, even though they don't. I know. It just seems like that style of game. 49ers are a tough-ass team. They're some dogs. Houston wants to be some dogs. I don't quite know yet. Let me bring this back to, just in the neighborhood. I don't know if the Texans can fight. I know that the 49ers can fight. Right? I don't want to square up on San Fran. I might want to square up on Houston, though. And what I'm getting at is that the metaphor here. I like pieces that Houston has. I like their coaching staff. I like CJ Stroud. I just don't know if they've got it.
Their offensive line.
Yeah.
It's their offensive line. It's Houston's offensive line. If Houston had a good offensive line, I think this is a top 15 team in the league, maybe even top 10. I mean, they have one of the best defenses in the league. I mean, I know we just saw them get shredded by Seattle, but they have one of the best defenses in the entire league. There's no reason why any of their games should be going over other than late night shenanigans, right? I clearly see the 49ers winning this game. That is an official pick that I'm going to be putting out in tonight's article. And I have the under in a parlay, under 48 with the Patriots game under 48. So, yeah, I definitely see an under. I do not trust the Texans offense in any way, shape, or form. They have not given us any reason to believe in them. And you're right. They have incredible pieces. And when they work, they work. Nico Collins, Schultz, right? You have solid, and they have these rookies coming out of nowhere making.
I know plays. They could give you that work, and
no
it's
run,
keep going.
No, it's just there's no run game.
No, there's not. It's the O line. You nailed it. You nailed it. John nailed it. O line. Houston can't run. That's the problem. And when you can't run the football and you become one dimensional, I don't care how good you are. It's OV, especially against them. San Francisco's like a crocodile. They're like, you get in this water. Hope you like to roll.
Yeah, the coaching edge, I think, is really what you're looking for here, and the 49ers have it in spades.
Yeah, we've got the 49ers plus 1.5.
I think that's a
Here.
stupid line. I really do. I think, honestly, the 49ers should be favored by almost 2 or 3 points.
Yeah. Z-Money, Lamar Jackson returned to the practice field today for the first time. They need him. Season on the ropes. Great look. Also, Ravens defensive reinforcements on the way. Roquan Smith was a returned to practice yesterday. That would be huge. Huge. Great info right there. Z-Money, great info. Appreciate that. And yeah, that would be huge. All right. Speaking of Baker, Bucks and the Saints. The Bucks, 4.5-point favorites, total of 46.5. Divisional game here. Saints 1-6, but they're a funky team right now. I don't know what to do with them. What do you see here, Mosh?
Yeah, fade the Saints. I see exactly what to do here. Bucks are going to run away with this. I think the spread is sharp.
Yeah.
I think the spread is sharp. I took them on a money line parlay. That was my play yesterday. But I think that the run line, the spread here is definitely in play. I would take this up to a touchdown, honestly. Spencer Rattler is 0-10 as a starting quarterback. I just don't see them being competitive. And Baker Mayfield's coming off a loss, and he knows how to throw the ball, and he's going to be pissed. He is pissed. He's going to come out and fire. I think that the Bucks are going to run away with this.
Yeah, I agree. Jeff said, good description, AB. Funky. They are. They're just funky. Like, it's disjointed at times, but other times they'll just start firing down the field. And you're like, whoa, where did this come from? And then it just goes right back to Funky Town. I agree with you. Baker Mayfield. Yeah.
Saints defense is ranked 31st in the league on passing and rushing. That is
who's
horrible.
32?
I don't know. I just have my notes written here.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. Cowboys or the Broncos? Broncos, 3.5-point favorites. Total 51.5. I like the over. What do you say?
Yeah, I could see the over here. I mean, we talked about this at the beginning of the season. The Cowboys games are just going over. They have an incredible offense, and they don't really have a defense, although they have been playing kind of sneakily lately. And the Broncos, too many teams, middling teams, are getting to their defense and what is supposed to be an incredible defensive core. And while I do respect them, the Cowboys are just too good here. Honestly, it's the Cowboys on plus for plus spread. I got them at plus 3.5. I think that's the play here. I don't think that you can really play the Broncos even after the win, late night comeback against the Giants. It's just not enough has been shown to me where they really deserve getting more than a field goal.
Yeah, the consistency is not there yet. I agree. I also agree that the Broncos are getting better by the week, and this is such a matchup-driven league that it's funny that you could look at the same team, like the Broncos, and last week against the Giants, and then this week at the Cowboys. They could look like two completely different teams, right? Because it's so matchup-driven. Now, there's going to be a game where the Dallas offense doesn't show up, and there's going to be a game where the Denver defense does show up. I'm not saying that it's here, but with these teams as we go along, because we've counted on Dallas's offense, we've counted on it every week, and it's shown up every week. And I'm just speaking of, it's like shooting craps. At some point, you're going to roll a 7. It's just numbers. Like, it's going to happen. There's going to be a time where Dallas's offense isn't there. And again, I don't know. This could be it. Might not. They might score 45. Denver's certainly been giving it up. So, again, and I fall victim to this a lot. And you'll see it with my picks. And feel free to call me out on it. Like, I start drifting towards where I think these teams are going to be to try to get ahead. And a lot of times it gets me into trouble. Instead of just saying, hey, the Broncos are a good team, but they're giving up an ass ton of points. Excuse my language. But, it's been proven more times than not to just bet what the hell you're seeing instead of trying to be, super slick over here and outsmart everything and then end up with 9 X's. So everything tells you there's going to be points. And
if you want to hedge on that, or if you whatever you want to play without playing a total, or just look at passing yards, look at receiving yards. This could be a shootout in the classic sense of the word.
There we go. All right.
Can I list a few interesting facts here that I wrote down in my notes here?
Let it rip. Yeah, fun facts.
Cowboys are 3-3.
Hold on. Hey, do you want background music?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, hold on. All right. Who's the first team you're talking about?
Cowboys.
Oh, okay. Let me get you a little cowboy music here.
All right. Starting for the Cowboys, they are 3-0 against the spread as underdogs this season. Fascinating. Nice. Second, they're also 32nd against the pass. Bronco can pass. All right. Third, Cowboys' struggling offensive line are facing the Broncos' league leading in pressure rate and sacks. Yikes.
Yikes indeed. I'll tell you yikes. Great stats. Titans and the Colts. Yikes. Got to give love to the Colts. Love everything they're doing. God, they're playing great. Ownership doing a great job after the loss. Mr. Irsay. What else can you say? They're 6-1, 4-0 at home, and love playing on a fast track. The Colts are 14.5-point favorites. Total of 47.5. We took the total down to 46.5 and played the over. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to run for 7,000 yards in this game. Moshe, what are your thoughts?
I just found who's the worst defense in the league in my notes.
Who's that?
The Titans.
Here we go.
They are ranked 32nd overall. I took the Colts in a teaser under a touchdown at -6.5 with the Chiefs at -6.5. I think that I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell that the Titans keep this close. 14.5 is a lot, but like you said, those big spreads tend to pay out. They've already played the Titans once this year. They're going to lean on the rushing game. Jonathan Taylor should have an absolute monster game. I just don't. My favorite bet every single game this year, every single week this year, has been the Titans team total under, which only lost once when they had a freak accident against the Cardinals and came back 2 or 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter off just terrible Cardinals play. He dropped the football in the he dropped the football right before the touchdown. It was just a complete incredible collapse. The Titans have not scored more than 20 points all season. Why would you expect them to score 20 now? Colts are going to score 25 points this game.
Yes, they are.
I just don't see. I really don't. I really see the game as like a 30-something score to maybe 10 to 12 points from the Titans. I just don't. This is just the biggest blowout of the week.
Yeah. I just got a text. Frank Anderson has been named the interim baseball coach of Tennessee baseball, and that tells me that the AD Danny White, daddy loading up, he going an outside hire. I like it. I will keep you updated on that. Driving the line will be at the very forefront of this coaching search. I assure you, you will know before Jeff Passan, all these guys. All right, let's go. All right, so yeah, I'm on the over here. I don't. Z-Money's got a great stat here. Colts have been a matador to the tight end position. Great line, dude. Addison knows. McBride and Brissett cooked him. Gatson blew up on him last week. Who's the tight end play? Both Chig and Gunner. Yep. Yeah. Chig and Gunner for sure. That's a great look. I like Jeff. I only said him because he's like he's the man. When Jeff says it, he's like the Adam Schefter. I like Jeff a whole lot. He's great. Packers and the Steelers. The hell do we do here? Packers 3.5-point favorites, total of 44.5. I don't know. What do you think?
This is hard. I kind of lean under here. The Steelers are a run-first team, right? Their entire offense is dominated by control of possession, and they're going up against the Packers, who I think are ranked top 2 or 3 in rushing defense, best running defense, 76.5 yards per game. That's an incredible stat. At the end of the day, the Packers haven't really shown anything that they're worth getting over a field goal. I take the Steelers with the points, even though I think the Packers are going to win. But over a field goal is just too much. Steelers, and this is a great revenge game where the starting quarterback is an absolute arse who will come after his. I see Aaron Rodgers kind of going off a little bit here, especially with the run game limited. But yeah, who knows? Who knows on this one?
I agree with you. Sorry, I sent a text. Hey, look, the Aaron Rodgers angle, it's here, but I also think that, yeah, he's very much going to care. It's Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, Joe. I can't believe people think the Steelers lose at home to the Packers, Rodgers lose at the Packers. This one's going to matter.
And you know what the game's going to
we take the over, right? Go ahead. What?
Oh, so I'm kind of lean on the under because I feel.
Yeah, no. I ask. I have no opinion.
Yeah.
I ask. Go ahead. Go.
Well, the Steelers are still going to try to run first. They're not. Tomlin's is not the type of manager, coach to say, I'm going to give up on my game plan. He's the type of coach to say, screw you. I'm going to run my game plan how I want to run it because I want to try to control as much as I can control. The Packers, right, are going to have to feed Josh Jacobs. I don't see a scenario where they win without it. So I think that both teams are going to commit to the run, which should lead to an under.
There we go. I like it. That's good analysis, my boy. All right, final game. Commanders and the Chiefs, Monday Night Football. Chiefs 12.5-point favorites. Total of 47.5. Chiefs doing their thing, man. Maybe people threw dirt on the grave a little too early. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, this is one of the best defensive units in the entire league. Commanders without Jaden Daniels and without how many of their starting wide receivers? 3, 4? They don't have enough offensive weapons to compete. I don't think the Commanders are going to be very competitive here. I took the Chiefs under a touchdown in a parlay with the Colts under a touchdown, -6.5. I don't think the Commanders really play here. I think the Chiefs are clicking on all cylinders. This game could and should be a blowout.
Yeah, I mean, Washington is so banged up. I mean, they had literally no wide receivers last week. Yep. They're just banged up to hell, man. Joe, Rodgers is ball this year, even though we don't like him. Yeah, like agreed. He did last year. Towards the end, like Rodgers was playing good football. I 100% agree with you, and I think Joe brings up a good point. Like personally, I mean, like, and I say, like, I don't think that a lot of us would be boys with Aaron, but we also don't lie to ourselves. Dude's playing for sure. Hey, hey, America's good. Bibbo's back. We're all good. Thanks for protecting America, bud. Hell, the show is still going. It was good. Just like America, big dog. Thanks to you and Moshe.
Oh, you want the fun stat for this game?
Yes.
The Chiefs in the last 4 games have averaged 31.5 points per game.
They are scoring.
Even if the Commanders can score 20, I